Kremlin issues grain deal warning. This is your favorite half Chinese. And we are going to read this directly from RT News, a website which has been blocked in the Netherlands and a lot of other countries. We can see it right there. And the reason for that is because they don't want us to know what Russia is actually saying, because you might agree with them. And that's something that we don't want. And also because we are the beacon of the free world. We believe in free speech and all that nonsense. Do you still believe that we believe in all that? The Russia-Ukraine grain deal will end unless the West will fulfill its ends of the bargain. So that means that the West didn't fulfill its end of the bargain. However, they are accusing Russia to be the bad guy. Again, they made an agreement and didn't hold up their end of the bargain. Just like they did with the Minsk agreement, just like they did with Gorbachev, saying that NATO would not expand 1 centimeter to the east. So there's a pattern here when it comes to making deals with Russia. Anyways, Russia does not see how the arrangement for the export of Ukrainian grain can be extended unless all of its provisions are met, Kremlin spokesman Dmitry Peskov said on Monday. We believe it can be extended without meeting the requirements, Peskov told RIA Novosti at the Kremlin. The July 2022 agreement brokered by the UN and Turkey established corridors in the Black Sea for safe export of grain from Ukraine, but also required the US and its allies to unblock the export of Russian grain and fertilizer, stalled due to the Western sanctions against Russian shipping, which has not happened. UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres gave Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov a letter concerning the grain deal on Monday, offering a detailed account of the progress already made and the world's body's commitment to continue working on the remaining issues, the UN said in a statement. Yeah, but well, that's not enough. How long does Russia have to wait? And why do they have to wait? The sanctions were so easy to slap on them, just like this. So why can you not take them off just like this? It is that simple. If Russia can give the Black Sea free for export of the grain just like this, then you should allow the same thing for them just like this. Anyway, if you don't agree, let me know in the comments. If you agree, also let me know in the comments. Just comment! Lavrov confirmed the existence of the letter to reporters after meeting with Guterres for more than an hour. The Secretary General confirmed that the Black Sea Initiative was a package deal, but that only the first part has been successfully implemented. Well, that says a lot, because if it is from July 2022, and now we are 1 year further, and it's only one part, only the first part that has been implemented, then I must tell you, I also would stop the deal. I probably would stop the deal earlier, especially with people who had not held up their end of the deal in previous bargains, so to say, right? Like the Minsk agreement, like the agreement with Gorbachev, nothing happened. So why should they wait? For me, personally, if you make an agreement with me and you abide by it, we have a long-term relationship and a very, very good one. And a very, very good one. But if you think that you can screw me over and then do it again, then one day I will tell you to just walk by and not talk to me anymore. So it was already gracious enough for Russia to sign this deal, and I think the West should just held up its end of the bargain for the sake of humanity, because now they are also talking about, oh, because of Russia, now a lot of people cannot eat. I really don't believe that the West even remotely cares about anybody else than themselves. So don't blame Russia. If we cannot get the food in the shop, don't blame Russia. Blame our own people for not holding up their end of the bargain. Let's continue. So far, the progress, frankly, is not very noticeable, Lavrov said. We do not see the desire of Western countries to really do what's necessary for the success of the grain deal. The US and the EU have argued that their sanctions specifically exclude agriculture exports and fertilizer from Russia. The goods have no way of reaching places where they are needed the most, because the West has sanctioned all of Russia's shipping industry and denied it access to brokerage and insurance services. So they cannot export it even if they want to. See how they're doing things? And this is how they're fooling their own people in the West like me. And this is why you need to do your own research. So what they're essentially saying, no, you can sell your agricultural, you can export your fertilizer and your other stuff, but we sanction every other business and organization that you need to export it. So it's not on the product itself, it's on everything around the product, so you will not be able to export it. But hey, you're allowed to. We're not saying that you can't. Do you see how savage the West actually is? And can you blame them that they will be mad and say, well, we quit this deal now. We had enough. It has been enough. Seriously, even when you are against Russia, you could just say, every time when they make a deal with you and they don't hold up their own end of the bargain, then yeah, it's kind of is a no-go at one time, right? We must be honest, even for whatever side you are. But for the people that are interested, I am on none of them sides. I'm just neutral. So I'm just telling you how I view it also and what I'm reading. While the deal was initially presented as a way to help the underdeveloped countries reliant on food imports, mainly in Africa, but also parts of Asia, the bulk of Ukraine's export ended up in the EU, according to research by an Austrian outlet published in February. Much of Ukraine's corn ended up feeding the pigs in Spain that produce the world-famous and pricey jamon, while only 15% of the total grain exports made their way to Africa. In March, Moscow agreed to extend the deal by 60 days, but said it will not be extended further unless all of its provisions are met. In March, Moscow agreed to extend the deal by 60 days, but said it will not extend further unless all of its provisions are met. The arrangement is now set to expire on May 18. So this was from an article of 24th of April 2023. So we knew that this was coming. And actually they gave us more time. They gave us more time and yet we screwed it up again. So this makes me believe that it is more important for the West to destroy Russia than it is that human beings get food in their belly. And that includes their own people in the West. Let me know what you think of it. Thank you for watching. This was your favorite Half Chinese. Like and subscribe and all that fun stuff. See you in the next video.